last night I watched Sony's new picture, Morbius. I'm the current host, Tony, followed by my cousin, CJ,
Hey, what's up?
and his friend, Juan,
Hey, how's everybody doing?
and my girlfriend, Tiffany.
Hi.
Who the hell are you, Matt?
I am Venom. I'm just kidding. It's Dr. Michael Morbius at your service.
So, Juan, I heard that you really liked this film and that you gave it a standing ovation and you did your Morbius chant with CJ after seeing it. So, we're going to start off with you.
So I thought Morbius was a really good film. I don't know why everybody's hating on it. It did drag out a little bit, but other than that, I really liked it. What about you, CJ?
You know, guys, we're seeing the scores come out from this one. I think I saw 19 out of 100 on IMDb or something crazy like that. I was seeing a lot of 5s out of 10s. I was seeing some pretty low scores online. So, of course, I had to go see it. Jared Leto's latest film, Morbius. I thought that he did okay. I don't know why I was seeing like a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think it's that low. It's like a passable movie, but it's nothing great. Like, we had Spider-Man come out last year. We had Batman come out earlier this year, and those ones like were really good, and I was really into all of them, and I was cheering the whole time. And Morbius, I didn't really like have like that cheering moment. Maybe when he summoned the bats at the end, but other than that, so I thought it was okay. But what'd you think, Tiffany?
Alright, so I'm gonna give my whole synopsis of it. So, pretty much, I thought, like, in the first beginning, you see how the whole opening scene, he's in, was it Costa Rica? Oh, no, wait, it was Cerro de la Muerte. Like, wherever that place effing is, you know. I thought that was, like, so offbeat because it didn't even align back with the rest of the story. Like, it didn't make sense. Like, where does that leave off? Is that past, present, or future? Anything like that. And then also the fact that when it came to the scene where he sliced his hand, it stopped bleeding immediately after he sliced it, and it was so dried up. I thought, like, wow, they spent all this money on the cinematics, but couldn't even get, like, a little blood patch like that done properly. Probably some of the scenes are, like, dried, like, that song choice, a little offbeat. Expect success, sex. Like, that song was not it.
Where was that in?
That was when Lucian, aka Milo, he was already transitioned into a Morbius or whatever, a bat rat.
It was when he was dressing himself up. He was dancing, getting himself ready to go out. Before he met that girl in the bar.
Do you not remember? The movie is so bad you already forgot stuff.
Yeah, I forgot the whole movie.
That's what I was telling him. I was like, halfway through, I was like, I'm not going to remember all this.
I remembered all of it. But other than that, though, I thought it was pretty great. I think it was a little bit rushed. And then some scenes were too overextended. I feel like it could have used a little bit more dialogue. But other than that, I still think it was a great movie. I'd give it like a solid 7. Maybe an 8, but it's not a 10 out of 10. What do you think, Tony?
I would give it like a 5 out of 10 because I was able to predict like the two major like plot twists, like the hospital scene. I said I bet you that his friend kills the doctor, which he did, and then I also said I bet you he's summoning the bats right now, like right when he got to the sewer. So I thought it was like very predictable, and the only thing worth watching for is like Venom, which is like the post credit scene where they set it up to like the MCU, because that's really why people are watching it.
To see how it connects to Spider-Man later
Yeah,
on?
like the Michael Keaton scene is like the only really...
Wait, you said Venom was in the last scene?
Like Venom, they tease Spider at the end of it.
What part?
At the end of Venom 2, when he goes like the hotel.
I see what you're saying.
Like I was saying, like they want the bigger connection because Morbius isn't like that good as like a standalone.
Lucian Crown, played by Matt Smith, he was the antagonist of this movie. I think I remember watching Matt Smith as Doctor Who a couple seasons ago. What did you think about Matt Smith? Did you like his performance?
I feel like they could have all done better.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think none of them were like good actors.
I feel
in
like
that movie.
I feel like it's such a killer cast. I always think highly of Jared Leto.
I
Of
think
course,
that
he played the
Tyrese
best
stood
Joker.
out the most.
Yeah.
Tyrese did the most. Like he was the best part.
Who?
Tyrese.
Oh, he was the cop.
Yeah.
He was pretty good. I did like
It was
him.
the best part. He did his job.
Yeah. He was the most interesting. But I mean, like, Matt Smith is a big name. Jared Leto is a big name, and I don't know what happened. Just wasn't that good. The person who's billed second when you Google the Morbius cast is Michael Keaton.
Well,
He's not even in the actual movie. He's in the post credits.
And he had the best part of the movie.
He stole that movie.
How would Morbius go from like saying he doesn't want to be a villain to like a villain comes to him and says let's put like a band of villains together and then he says interesting or something like that?
Because he said that he wants to do some good. Is that what his line was?
No, he said let's like get together against Spider-Man. Is that what he said?
He
I don't
said.
remember what he said. I just know he said something about Spider-Man.
He said, I don't even know how I got here myself, but maybe we should team up. We could do some good. And I thought that was kind of cool because he's like trying to trick Morbius into doing good, but they're probably going to be killing people. Or killing Spider-Man.
But yeah, that was the best part of the movie, though.
Sad.
Just having Vulture come out and try to team up with Morbius.
The fight scene was also pretty short too against like the vampires. Against like him and his friend, like the fight scene only lasted like a couple seconds. I feel like the Carnage fight scene is way longer.
No way. The Carnage one was like about the same. I was like, wow, this
That's
is
another
going a
thing.
little bit longer
Like
than Carnage.
the fight scene just ended like
It like as soon as he
Quickly,
got the
like,
bats, it was
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
like the way that it ended. It was just
And it
all
was
of
like
a sudden.
Batman. Like when he steps into the thing, I thought that was like you're trying to be Batman.
It did look a lot like Batman.
Especially when he did like the arm and it like looks up. It looks like.
Did you
that.
see him do like a Dragon Ball Z charge up of all the bats? He was like doing the Kamehameha.
Mhm. Oh, when he had him pinned against the wall.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, not too much to say about this one, guys.
Very forgettable.
Very forgettable. Not the best performances. I think I would recommend maybe Eternals above this one, or
Well, I didn't even see Eternals.
if you haven't seen Eternals, maybe go watch that one instead. Even that one's not the best, but better than this.
You think it's better than this one?
Yeah,
I heard Eternals the worst one.
I was actually engaged during Eternals, somewhat.
To who?
Wait, what's internal? Your Eternals.
Your internal organs.
I give it a 5 out of 7.
What the fuck? 5 out of 7?
5 out of 7. I'm
5
standing
out-
by it.
What is your metric? What is it?
He said it's out of
5
7.
out of
No, but I
7.
mean, like, what, of what? Burgers, like.
A 5 out of 7? Like, why would you say
5
5
bags
out
of
of
blood
10? Like,
out of 7.
out of 10 of what? When I say 5 out of 7, don't question it. Next score. CJ, what do you give it?
Morbius is, you guys are going to see, it's going to be deemed the hottest film of the spring of 2022. People are flocking to the theaters. I thought my theater was going to be empty. There was only like 3 people in the theater. And then all of a sudden, everybody showed up with their families. And everybody was chanting in the crowd, Morbius, 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 Morbius. And it was about the community. It was about the camaraderie. It was about going to enjoy a good old-fashioned Jared Leto film together in person. This is post-pandemic, people. We're in 2022. Pandemic's over, baby. We're out here partying. We're watching Morbius.
The only
We're
vampire
hanging
thing
out.
that got sucked about this movie was my attention.
Tony was sitting there in the audience. I heard him. He was going, "Suck me, suck me, Leto." Yeah, for Morbius, I would give this one a 2 out of 5. It's not a complete one because it comes in and it does this. It has this formula, or rather, Sony has this formula for these shitty anti-hero movies. They're trying it out. They're kind of just cranking them out at this point. Not really trying to get anything to stick, but they're trying to sell some tickets and make a couple bucks here and there before we actually get to the Sinister Six films, I guess, or the next Spider-Man film. I don't know. Yeah, 2 out of 5 for me, guys.
I give it a honest 3 out of 5.
Ooh.
If it would have been shorter, I feel like it would have done way better. It just felt like it dragged on too long. It felt exactly how Venom felt. Like, just the whole structure of it, and the only redeemable part was the ending with Vulture. Yeah.
But Juan liked it enough to get the steelbook. Let's go!
And I just pre-ordered the steelbook.
Yeah, I said 3 out of 5 or 4. I think it's still good to watch. I'd rewatch it again. It's way better than. I thought it was a pretty good show. I'd watch it more than Midsummer. You guys ever seen that?
That's a good movie.
It was just like
No,
Midsummer.
it's
That
not.
movie was
Midsummer's
mid.
so dry and weird. Like the girl's
Midsummer's
just
horrible.
crying the whole movie. Like, oh my fucking god, grow a fucking pair or something. But I don't know. Like, I'd rather watch The Notebook than that. And I'm not. a huge
They talk about the
Notebook
Notebook in the movie. That's crazy.
fan. No,
Really?
they don't.
Yeah, he says if you start talking about the Notebook, I'm gonna start crutch walking back behind
No, I'm gonna
us.
start hobbling in the other direction.
But they,
Ha-
what do you mean? How you say no? They
no.
don't talk about the Notebook. You just prove me right because you remember. The scene.
Whatever. I just remembered. I'm tired. Leave me alone.
Once again, Tony, did you want to give it a score out of 5?
For which one?
Morbius.
I already gave it 5 out of 7. Now get on my face and make your own score. I gave my.
Alright. See you later, botanators. Stay fresh.
Later.
Adios.